Well, hey guys, the time has come for me to share with you a roundup of drugstore shampoo, conditioner, hair care products that have been blowing my mind, that I've been really happy with, and I think are worth checking out. You know, it is a myth you cannot get good hair care products in the drugstore, that you have to get salon quality shampoo and conditioner. That is a myth. A little bit of background about my hair. I shampoo my scalp every night. I also use conditioner because I have long hair. Conditioner helps to improve manageability of the strands. Shampoo is a scalp directed product. Conditioner is a strand directed product. As a side note, if you have short hair, you might not need conditioner, okay? Conditioner helps with keeping the hair from getting tangled, especially as it relates to the effects of shampoo on the strands. Shampoo creates a charge, can leave the hair unmanageable. So conditioner helps neutralize that. For people with long hair, it helps keep your hair manageable, cuts down on frizz, breakage. But if you've got short hair, you might not need all that. Anytime I buy a shampoo, I have to buy the matching conditioner. A, because I need to use conditioner, and B, that's just my personality. I need to have my shampoo and conditioner matchy-matchy in the scent profile. All of these do have fragrance. There are not enough fragrance-free options out there for hair care, period, let alone in the drugstore. Number one is a shampoo that is a clarifying shampoo. Now, what is a clarifying shampoo? A clarifying shampoo is a bit more, has a bit more elbow grease, if you will, at removing buildup from your scalp, from your hair strands, from styling products. But also it is helpful for those of you, such as myself, who live somewhere with really hard water. Hard water can interact with surfactants and shampoos and leave behind a residue on your hair strands and on your scalp. The residue on the hair strands can make your hair look dull. On your scalp, it can lead to flares of scalp eczema, scalp irritation, itch. So I have many videos on the benefits of clarifying shampoos. They can be very helpful for cutting down on hard water residue and product buildup. I do suggest using them no more than once a week. I recently discovered a clarifying shampoo from Loreal. Loreal EverPure sulfate-free clarifying shampoo and conditioner. And I love this. This at the moment is my favorite clarifying shampoo because I used to recommend the Neutrogena anti-residue clarifying shampoo, but they discontinued that. This is really good. It does have salicylic acid, which can help with exfoliating the scalp a bit. And it effectively cuts down on buildup, but it's not overly drying in comparison to many other clarifying shampoos. It's nicely balanced out with moisturizing ingredients. Now, I do use the conditioner with this because clarifying shampoos, again, are more likely to go all in and can leave the strands a little dull. So I do use the corresponding conditioner, but there's nothing clarifying per se about the conditioner. The clarifying action is the shampoo. The conditioner is just, if you're like me and you need to matchy-matchy, but you could go ahead and use any conditioner you wanted to follow up with this, just as a side note. But I like using both of them. As I said, all of these have fragrance. What is the scent like on this? It's really nice. It's really nice, bright, sort of a fruity floral. And it does leave your hair smelling like the shampoo and conditioner. It does, the hair remains scented, which I like. I really enjoy that. But if you don't, keep that in mind. I have to say, this is one of the best clarifying shampoos I've tried in a long time, and I try many. Clarifying shampoos are also good if you're someone who swims in a pool. Clarifying shampoo can also be helpful for chlorine removal. So I would definitely suggest this. It's a great option going into the summer, and it's safe to use if you have color treated hair. Speaking of stuff to help with buildup on the scalp, anti-dandruff shampoos. Anti-dandruff shampoos help to, well, address dandruff, and there are many great active anti-dandruff ingredients. Ketoconazole, zinc pyrithione, selenium sulfide, and salicylic acid. Salicylic acid, 3%, is an effective anti-dandruff ingredient. It really gets down in the pores of the scalp, the follicle, and exfoliates to really tackle, you know, the source of the dandruff, and it's anti-inflammatory. So it helps cut down on the inflammation from that little yeast that thrives in dandruff. But it also can help to exfoliate dry buildup on the scalp that's itchy and causing scalp problems. Unfortunately, many anti-dandruff shampoos can be very drying, especially for people who have textured hair types that don't tolerate very frequent shampooing at baseline. Traditional anti-dandruff shampoos can be super drying. So Shea Moisture has an anti-dandruff shampoo with 3% salicylic acid. I've been using this shampoo. I think I've mentioned it in a couple of other videos, so this is not the first time I'm talking about it. But I have been using it 1 or 2 times a week now for going on a year. And I absolutely adore it. It is a great anti-dandruff shampoo. It does not leave the scalp, at least for me, dry or itchy. It also has niacinamide, which is anti-inflammatory and good for the scalp moisture barrier to cut down on dryness and irritation. It has centella in it, which is packed with anti-inflammatory compounds, so really good in terms of addressing some of the additional needs of dandruff. Gluconolactone is an ingredient that is hydrating but gently exfoliates. Now, as with many anti-dandruff products, this does have menthol. Menthol is an ingredient that can impart a bit of a tingle and can help distract the little nerves that cause itch. So that's why you find it in a lot of anti-dandruff shampoos. It is fragrance, so if you're allergic to fragrance, well, you couldn't use this because it is scented, but just keep that in mind. I will say the menthol aspect of this is not strong. Sometimes you buy a medicated shampoo and the menthol is like so strong, it's like it's way too much. This is really not noticeable because the fragrance of the shampoo as a whole masks that menthol odor to a point where it's really a pleasant floral scent. I really, really like it. As a side note, Shea Moisture also has a salicylic acid leave-on product formulated with castor oil and similar ingredients. So if you're somebody who's really struggling with your dandruff and you're like, I can't do this everyday shampoo thing that's being recommended to me, my hair will not withstand that. Try this because you can deposit that active dandruff ingredient on the scalp and leave it on there. It's a lower strength compared to the shampoo, but when left on, it can still impart that anti-dandruff control. The product is very moisturizing as well. It's actually a little bit too much for my hair type, so I've used it a lot to try it out, but it's not really right for my hair because the castor oil is too viscous and weighs down my strands. But if you're somebody who enjoys castor oil, that viscosity, try this out if you're looking for this type of dandruff control that's not a shampoo. I've been really happy with it. All right, speaking of people who have a tendency towards a dry scalp. Now here we're getting away from dandruff and scalp buildup, and here we're just, this is for people who find that they deal with a dry scalp a lot or scalp itch. Check out my video on dry scalp care because I give a lot of tips with regards to tackling your dry scalp and scalp itch, because a lot of people think that a shampoo is going to address that when really it's a lot about changing up certain things that you might be doing that are contributory. But if you are dealing with dry scalp, a shampoo that I've recently started using and find to be quite good is from Dove. Dove, as a side note, has some great shampoos and conditioners. Every shampoo and conditioner I've tried from Dove I've been really happy with. But they came out with this scalp and hair therapy line, I think last year, and the hydration shampoo and conditioner from them is excellent for dry scalp needs. The shampoo at least, because remember, shampoo is a scalp directed product, conditioner is a strand directed product. The shampoo has hydrolyzed yeast in it, which can help with hydration and also may help to a certain extent with strand brittleness on the strands as it rinses off. It also has niacinamide, which is really good for a dry scalp. Niacinamide can help your skin improve barrier components, so it's good in that regard, plus it's anti-inflammatory. The conditioner, just as a side note, also has hydrolyzed yeast and niacinamide. The conditioner has lactic acid in it, which may be there, for pH purposes, but I really have liked these. They are very moisturizing. And I think they're also good for people who maybe have dry hair and a dry scalp. It's really good, and I love the scent. It's a really nice floral, fruity aroma. Pantene. I will not tolerate Pantene slander. I know it's popular to criticize Pantene, but the criticism is not substantiated. Okay, like I said, drugstore shampoo is as good as salon quality shampoo. There is nothing about Pantene that is bad in comparison to any salon quality shampoo. It is simply a myth to get you to buy salon quality shampoo. Now that doesn't mean that everybody is going to like Pantene, that Pantene is necessarily going to work out for everyone, but their products are not bad. I don't work for Pantene, they don't know I exist. But Pantene has many great shampoos and conditioners. So I recently bought and tried out the Pantene Illuminating Sulfate-Free Biotin Shampoo. For those of you who have color-treated and or chemically processed hair, you want a shampoo and conditioner that's color-safe, but also helps deal with strand brittleness from the conditioner, scalp dryness, scalp irritation. Try this one out. Biotin in shampoos and conditioners may help temporarily with strand fragility. Now, you hear a lot of marketing around biotin supplements for hair growth. I have talked a lot about that. As a side note, there's just not good research for taking biotin supplements for your hair unless you're biotin deficient, which is very rare. But what about using it in hair care products? Well, it might actually help temporarily alleviate some strand brittleness just by space filling the hair. This particular shampoo is great for all hair texture types, curly, coily, straight, you name it, wavy. It's fine. It has a really crisp, fresh scent to it. And it's kind of similar in terms of outcomes as the Dove Scalp and Hair Therapy, but I would classify it as a hydrating shampoo that is simply marketed to people who have color-treated hair, who want to preserve the integrity of their color treatment. I would say that's really one of the main differences, but it's very similar actually in performance and characteristic to the Dove one I just mentioned. Speaking of Pantene though, this next one, I am so happy I went for this impulse purchase. This is the Pantene Essentials Botanical Strawberry and Coconut Shampoo and Conditioner. So I bought this impulsively at Costco, which is never a good idea to impulsively buy stuff at Costco because if you don't like it, you're stuck with a lot of it. Fortunately, I don't just like this, I adore it. And I got, each bottle was $9.99, so that was a great price. So the shampoo and conditioner, first of all, they do smell really nice. It's a natural strawberry aroma, but you get more of a coconut to it, but not like a suntan lotion coconut. So if you don't like that artificial coconut fragrance that some sunscreens have, it's not what this is like. It's more of a natural coconut aroma. It's a great scent. Scent aside, the shampoo is great for my hair for daily shampooing, and the conditioner is great for daily conditioner needs. Like I could use this every day and it would be perfect. It would be perfect for my hair type. It removes oil, but it's not so aggressive like a clarifying shampoo to the point where I can use it every day to degrease my hair and remove gradual buildup. I also like that it has coconut oil, which is really good for the health of the hair strands, for reducing high growth fatigue. I mean, coconut oil is definitely a beneficial ingredient for hair health. It has panthenol, which is very moisturizing. It's a great formula, highly recommend it. It rinses out easily, which as a side note, for those of you dealing with dry scalp, make sure you are getting all of the shampoo rinsed out. That's one reason for a dry scalp right there. All of these rinse out really, really well. All right, the last product that I cannot rave enough about. I mean, I've been raving about it for a while now, but what with it coming upon summer and people going to the pool, the beach, swimming, their hair being exposed to the elements more as you're spending more time outdoors, sun, sweat, sand. try L'Oreal EverPure's Elastic Fiber Hair Mask. Oh my gosh, this is such an amazing hair mask. I like to do a hair mask, as a side note, on the nights I use a clarifying shampoo, but by no means is that some rule that you must do. I do hair masks, again, maybe once or twice a week, so that's just kind of how I schedule it. The night I do the clarifying shampoo, I come in to the bottom half of my hair with this mask. The reason I like this mask so much is that, yes, it does what most hair masks do, deep condition. And how a hair mask differs from your conditioners, they both are meant to do the same thing. They both help neutralize charges on the strand that cause tangles. They both help smooth the strands on the ends, cut down on brittleness, fragility, and just leave the hair glossy, smooth, and manageable. But where masks differ is basically in the thickness of the texture. Because of that, they really encompass each strand in more of a total fashion. Now, this particular mask, the ingredients are nothing like magical or anything. Nothing about the ingredient list is necessarily unique compared to any other hair mask out there. The whole thing about this mask, though, the name, the elastic fiber, is no joke, because as you pull this out, it's almost got this stringiness to it, like these little elastic fibers, kind of a little bit like snail mucin, that stringy, slippery stuff. But those little strands, those little elastic fibers, if you will, it's almost like they swing around each strand and really envelop it efficiently and effectively. Now, this particular product does not leave the hair scented at all. It's not fragrance free. It has rosemary leaf oil in it. And so it does have, the product does have a bit of a rosemary aroma to it. Kind of reminds me of when you walk into an Aveda shop, how it smells in there. That's how this smells, and it's from the rosemary leaf oil. Now, rosemary oil has gotten a lot of hype over the years for growing hair, which you need to watch my videos on that, you know, simmer down on the hype about that. But in this case, you're not putting it on your scalp. So even if that did work, that's really not what you're going to get from this. The oil imparts an aroma to the product, and also maybe, you know, helping with smoothness, slip of the hair through the emollient effect. But it is far and away my favorite hair care discovery thus far from the drugstore, and I really hope they don't discontinue it, because L'Oreal, you know, they're always coming out with this, that, and the other new products, whether it be skincare, makeup, shampoo, conditioner. So they have a tendency to take good things away, and I hope they don't ever discontinue this, because I really like it. And it's such a unique formula. I mean, a hair mask is a hair mask. Like, it's not, some are good, some are, you know, underwhelming. This one is great, but that elastic fiber aspect of it is what makes me love it so much, and I highly recommend it. And I do think with it coming upon the summer, with people going to the pool, I do recommend introducing a hair mask into your routine if you're somebody who swims in a pool a lot, you know, to help cut down on some of the damage from the chlorine water. Also, if you go to the beach, you're out by the pool a lot, it can be really hard on the hair strands, and they can be a lot more tangle prone. Try this mask this summer. And, you know, it's not over the top expensive. I think it's like, I want to say it's $9.99 or something like that. And I've been using it a couple of times a week, 1 or 2 times a week now for months and months, and I barely made a dent in it, so it'll last a long time. It's definitely worth trying. And a lot of you guys have tried it out, and you've sung the praises of it in my comments section, so I'm so happy that you're enjoying it too. All right, guys, that's a wrap up, as promised, of some drugstore hair care products I've been loving. But let me know in the comments what shampoos and conditioners, hair care products you are loving. I always love trying out new stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.